as a real estate agent, if I had lived in Dallas, Texas, if 200 or 300 people were going to buy a home this year, they just need to buy from me. And I don't care about anything else. Right? I mean, there's more than enough business. And you continually prove this, which is what I've always really respected, which is why I'm honored just to be here and talk with you about your approach. What Craig understands is that, if 200 or 300 people or more are going to buy a home in his area, that's more than he needs, so he's fine. Well, the rest of you, good luck. Well, no, I mean, think about it. If next year in your market, and I'm just going to pick a number, let's say 100 units were sold and you sold them all, how was your year? Okay. How was your market? No, it was really bad. No, if only 100 units sold in your market and closed next year, my guess is that would be a bad market. But if you handled all of them, how would you be doing? Okay, see, so the market is not, here's the trick is, the market is not, your income and your success is not driven by the market as long as you understand that as the market shrinks, you have to get a disproportionate share. You have to get a disproportionate share. I had a lady once I coached, and I'm very expensive, by the way, and I was coaching her, and she said, well, and I'm tough. I mean, this guy's tough. I'm tough too. And I said, you need to get more listings. She said, I think I'm getting my fair share. And I literally stuck the phone like this and went, fair share? Fair share?
That's not a winner's
Who told you to get your fair share? I said, you need to go get your unfair share.
That's right.
What are you thinking? Right? Fair share. Well, no. Honestly, if we're not careful, most of the men and women here will leave, go back to where you live, and you will think, I'm going to get my fair share. I just want my fair share. You need to understand that people that think like that are becoming unemployed. No, seriously. Your fair share shrunk. Your fair share shrunk. You do not need to get your fair share. But if you're going to get your unfair share, you need to accept that you're going to have to do more than what you've been doing. And you're going to have to do it better than you've been doing it. Now, how are you going to do that? And that's the only question I believe you need to answer. How are you going to do that? Somebody is not going to succeed in your business. Someone is. I have interviewed people, even in Detroit, Michigan, who are having their best year ever. Having their best year ever. In Detroit, Michigan. And I don't mean selling 10 houses or 20 houses. I'm talking about selling 150, 170 units. Been in the business 4 years, doing $30-something million in closed volume last year in Detroit, Michigan. Okay? And when you get on the phone and you say, how are you doing that? What's the answer?
Now, wouldn't the other realtors in Detroit think that wouldn't be fair, though, Gary?
Yeah. Well, that's why you've been controversial. Because you've always been an unfair share guy. No. That's why he's controversial.
Well,
and he is controversial. But he's controversial, I believe, for all the right reasons. I mean that. Otherwise, I wouldn't come on this stage. Okay? I think he's controversial for all the right reasons. Okay? There aren't many doers in this industry who would invest their time to help you do. Okay? And the thing about Craig is he's just creative. He's as creative as they come. That creativity comes from a desire on his part to get his unfair share. Did you hear that? Okay. He wants his unfair share. He doesn't care if the other people in his community succeeds or not. And that gets a little weird in our industry because we are a sharing community. The realtor community is a cooperative industry. Yes? Coke and Pepsi are not. No, I can't go to a Coke machine and get a Pepsi. But I can go to the MLS and get any agent's listings. It's a co-op vending machine. But that's what it is. It's a co-op vending business. But I want you to understand, in spite of that, I would still like more people taking my Coke than anyone else's. Okay? But you have to be different. You have to be different. You have to act differently. And I don't care in the beginning if you spend more time on it. If you have to spend more time, then this is when you do it in your life. This is when, and if you have to bring your kids with you. When I was launching Keller Williams in the early 90s, my son was very, very young, and